and I'm trying to get YouTube to do right. Now we are officially live on YouTube. So if you know people that don't exactly do Facebook, let them know that they can pick us up on YouTube. I'm going to start putting the links up and everything, and putting the invites out. Uh, no matter what it might be, we're gonna tackle it all. We're gonna tackle it all, and we're gonna have it coming from, of course, a male and a female point of view, from an apostle and a pastor point of view, from a parent's point of view, from a married couple's point of view, from a human point of view. So we want you guys to feel free to express yourselves and have your opinions. We're not here to judge. We're not here to tell people what's right and what's wrong. We all have a right to our opinion and how we feel. We're not here to argue or to bash anybody. We're not here to judge anybody. We're not going to act like we know, because we don't. We're gonna talk this out together. It's just a forum that God has allowed us to create, where we believers can come and discuss the things that are going on in the world, like this virus that's going on, the coronavirus. It's because current topics, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are talking about it, a lot of that's going on, but the interesting thing, I mentioned it because of the list that you found today about, these diseases coming out every election year. I think that's something interesting too. And as a parent, we have to be concerned because, our children are going out into the world, they're going to school, we have to deal with it. It's something that I'm sure is on the minds of people, because it's not like you can get around it. Give me a chance to...
Oh, well, I see Raven got a statement up here. If that's your topic, we definitely can talk about it. Her statement is men being in touch with their emotions. And I'm definitely going to be the first one to respond with that one, because I have a lot of male figures in my family. So, and I had a lot of males, that were good representations in my family. And then I had some that weren't. But when it comes down to men being in touch with their feelings, a lot of men have a problem with that. A lot of men have a problem with trying to express themselves or show love. And I feel like it's because when boys and stuff are younger, and we have like sons or we have little boys, and people say things like, boy, stop crying, be a man. A man is supposed to cry. And when we say things like that to our sons, when they get older, the older they get, they feel like, man, a man ain't supposed to show no emotions. He ain't supposed to cry. And so it's embedded in them that they're not supposed to cry or show emotions. And so when they get older, they really don't know how to do it, because all their lives somebody is already, pretty much, stifled the emotion of them. And so when it comes down to us as women that are raising men, or even as fathers that are raising their sons, we cannot tell them that it's not okay to cry, because that's not true. It's definitely okay for a man to cry. It's okay for them to show emotions. It's okay for them to show love. It's okay for them to. In this relationship, I'm very touchy-feely. I'm the one that's always like bothering him and touching and doing all kind of. And sometimes he's like, when we first met, he was like, he wasn't with it. But I'm like, I don't even care.
I wasn't with it.
You ain't been with it. That's why your first 3 kids not with it. So, and he wasn't with it.
I'm feeling attacked.
But he wasn't with it. And eventually, I guess he was like, I might as well get used to this girl, because she's just overpowering. I'm strong. She's not overpowering. She's a phenomenal woman.
She's
so
not
I had
overpowering. Let's keep it in.
So I have to go ahead and be like, whatever. But anyway, I am. But you look at him. See, I told you.
That's not overpowering. That's annoying.
That's not annoying. That's showing love and different things like that. You have to.
I don't feel overpowered.
You have to show your emotions. But you have to show your emotions and stuff like that.
Okay, this is my emotion. I'm irritated.
And he have this dry look all the time. And guess what? I don't even care. You do be having a dry look. You don't have a dry look. Your look don't be dry up.
We apologize. This is not how the show's gonna go every time.
Oh, but you ain't gonna.
But right now,
it is.
She has the floor.
We're not gonna be like, oh, stiffy and stuffy, because anybody know me know that's not me. I ain't got time to be stiffy and stuffy.
It is you.
This me 24/7.
No,
I play all the time.
No, you do not. Because when you have your little aptitude,
Everybody gets an attitude.
Okay, so don't say you play all the time.
Everybody gets an attitude.
Sometimes you
make me have an attitude.
Good.
You make me have an attitude.
Good. That's
between you and your kids.
Because I'm overpowered.
Y'all make me have an You are now. Look at you,
exactly.
so aggressive.
Yes.
But don't hit me, But Raven, in all honesty, you men do have a problem with showing their emotions. Hey, Jazz, and you asked, how do you get that side out? Like break it for lack of better phrase. How do you get that to come out, babe?
Do what? What was the question?
Her question was men being in touch with their emotions, and then she turns around and say, how do you get that side out? Like break it for lack of a better phrase.
Well, it's really nothing you can do. And I think this is the problem that we have in marriages, where we think we can do something to change or bring about a change in our spouse. And it's really not. The best thing you can do is take it to God. This is my opinion. This is what I believe. And I'm not trying to be deep, but it's a fact. We cannot do anything to change people, and that's where we mess up. We think, well, if I do this, they'll do this. You can't predict how I'm going to react to anything that you do.
Right.
And when you do that, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, because the minute I don't respond the way you want me to, you're upset about it. You feel some type of way, whether it be disappointment, anger, frustration, whatever it is. You're setting yourself up for that when you think that I can do something to change this in this person. The only thing that can change us is God. God has the power to change us. So why would I not go to the source of change? If there's an issue that I'm not in total agreement with, that is going on with my spouse, and I'm sure she has issues with me that she's totally not in agreement.
Yeah.
If we keep trying to change each other, we're always going to be clashing, always going to be arguing, always going to be at odds. But if I go to God, nothing's too hard for God. And whatever she got going on, just like whatever I got going on, it ain't too hard for God. So we got to be willing to say, you know what, God, I'm going to give my spouse to you. I want the best out of him or her, but I'm going to give them to you. I'm not going to force them to try to do it the way I think it should be done. Because just because I think it should be done doesn't mean I know how it should be done, when it should be done. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I want. And sometimes we got to not be so selfish about our spouses. And I say that in to say that we want our spouse to fit our mold, but we ain't really trying to fit their mold most of the time. We just want them to do what we want them to do when we want them to do it. But that's not always the case. So we got to be willing to give, just like we give our children to God. Why wouldn't you give your spouse to God?
Right.
We like say, I'm gonna dedicate these children back to God. I don't know what to do with them. Well, I'm gonna do with my spouse either. So I'm gonna dedicate her back to God. And I hope she dedicate me back to God and let God change us so that we can become who we're supposed to be, and not who people think we should be, or not who one another think we should be. With that being said, I want to add in that phone lines are open. If you guys want to call in and give your comments, we got the phone lines
now.
You can rock with us live. The number is 843-648-1239. 843-648-1239. I am going to share that and post that up here in just a second as well. I'm kind of getting all my links and stuff put up on YouTube as well as Facebook to let people know that we are on. Call up somebody, let them know we're talking. And I want to piggyback off what we're just gonna be Charmaine and Derek. Okay, yes. Can you be Charmaine and Derek?
That's me.
Okay, I'm gonna piggyback off what Charmaine was just saying when she was talking about males and how we are basically restricted, basically, you know, are forbidden to show emotion coming up. And that was the thing. But you know what? I believe it has really changed, where now I'm running into a lot of over emotional young men, if you ask me.
Right.
Where it's just a bit much. It's just a bit much in my personal opinion. Because there's an overshow of emotion, because there's an imbalance in the home. When you don't have male and female influences, that's not saying that you have to have the baby mom and the baby daddy, but you do have to have male and female influences to have a balanced way of looking at the world. And what I mean by that, you might not, your baby daddy might not be in the picture, but your daddy might be.
Right.
Your granddaddy might be, or a safe uncle. See how I pause?
Yeah.
A safe uncle. Because sometimes, you start going to the extended family, you gotta keep an eye on them, gotta keep them in prayer. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You don't just turn loose with any old body. And you don't turn them loose with people just because y'all got the same blood and thinking everything gonna be all right. Because there's plenty of people in that's watching that done had some interactions with some blood relatives that shouldn't have happened. So we understand that. But we're talking about good influences, and you got to find good influences, whether it be coaches, mentors. You got to look for mentor programs. You got to find something. A lot of schools have different programs that'll be helpful toward those male children to help them figure out how to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
There's a problem when there's only women trying to teach male children how to be men. I can't teach my daughters how to be women no more than my wife can teach my sons how to be a man.
Nope.
It's just not gonna work. Let's just be honest. Some of us, we got this pride thing to say, I'm the mama and the daddy. I'm doing everything. Yeah, you might be doing everything because you have to, but you are not the daddy. You might be fulfilling some daddy roles, just like some daddies are fulfilling some what is considered mommy roles. But at the end of the day, you know what you're doing? Parenting. We all got a parent. We all got a parent. I'm really irritated by women that go on this long spiel about how they are so great because they're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's your child. You brought it into this world. You're supposed to be taking care of it. You're supposed to be running around like a chicken with your head cut off, making it to all the games and all the plays and all the donuts for dads and the breakfast with moms, whatever going on. That's what we're supposed to do because these are our children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're not doing anything. We're not supermen and superwomen because we're taking care of our children.
No.
We're not supermen and superwomen because we're doing what we're supposed to do in our marriages. You're supposed to go home to your wife.
Yeah. You're
supposed to go home to your husband. Don't throw it out there like, well, I come home every night. Yeah, you're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I go out there and I work. You're supposed to. Well, I pay the bills. Yeah, you're supposed to. We want so much credit for what we're supposed to be doing. So with that being said, when you're talking about emotions and sharing of feelings, no, it's not something men do naturally. It's not something we just are willing to just jump out there and start talking about how I feel. We don't do that. But even as a man, we got to find outlets where we can talk. We got to find groups. We got to come together, men, and have our chance to chop it up and talk about what we need to talk about. And
I want to add in while you're saying that, because that's definitely a good thing.
That's where I'm going.
That's definitely a good thing to have. To have groups where you can have men sitting down and talking and discussing things, because from a lot of the men that I encounter throughout on a daily basis, a lot of men, everybody just want to be really hard, and everybody just want to be like this brawny thugs. And I mean, it's if that's what you want to do, I mean, fine. But at the end of the day, let's learn how to raise our young men and our young boys to teach them how to be gentlemen. Now, I'm gonna tell you how this. Apostle probably gonna be mad because I say this.
I'm mad just because you say that right there.
Oh, I don't even care. Or when he was setting up everything, getting everything ready, he didn't put my chair down. So, and I was upset because he did not have my chair. He had his chair and he's sitting down. He didn't get me a chair. So
wait, before you continue. No, we got to put a pin in it.
Oh, I don't want to put a pin in it.
Because what you said was he had his chair and he was sitting down. Was I just sitting down?
I didn't even finish what I was saying.
Okay, so okay. Let's see where you're going with it.
Let me finish.
Let's see where you're going with it.
Like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
Oh, not rudely.
But
rightly.
he had his chair and he was sitting down on the computer working. If he
still what? Setting up. Give the whole truth. See, they're gonna issue right there.
Didn't I say you were still working?
We got no. After I'm forcing it out of you, because I know you. You would have said right there. He was sitting down, and then you went on with your little spiel.
Why you not forcing nothing out of me? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I had to force it out because the truth was she came out here and was standing there before I was finished setting up. And the reason that she didn't ask why I didn't have the chair there, She just, you need to
Can I
give me
please
a
finish
chair.
my
But I
comment?
didn't put the chair there because I was
Can I
still
please finish my
traveling. This
comment?
was my travel area. So I was passing back and forth through. If I put the chair there, it would just be putting it in my way.
Can
It
I
wasn't
finish
time
my
for the
comment?
chair. Now you can finish.
I don't even want
Boom.
to say it now.
Boom.
Anyway, well, he didn't have my chair out,
I'm
so
overpowering.
I was upset because he didn't have me a chair out, and so I'm like, you just quit being a gentleman. Because I remember when you used to be a gentleman when we first met. Let me show y'all something. When a man,
Amen, Bruce Leroy.
man, hush. When we first started talking, he was a gentleman, and this is how some people are when they start talking to people.
This is what it's gonna be about.
You asked me to come on this show for 2 hours. I gotta talk now. But when people first start talking to people and they want to get involved with them, guess what? Them men, they know how to be a gentleman. They go open the doors and they want to do this and do that. They're being nice and kind and all that kind of stuff. And then once you get into your relationship, then it seemed like they start backing up on being a gentleman. So I felt at that moment that he was just not being the gentleman because he could have had go and just get my chair. I sit my chair down right here. Right, Xanthia, you right. And I just felt like he just should have just put me a chair out. And I don't care if he was still sitting up. I just felt like he still should have just had me a chair right here because he was sitting
That's
down.
the statement right there. Y'all heard the statement? I don't care if he was still sitting up. That's what it's about. See, we working together. We ain't here to. She didn't come and do nothing. She didn't help set up nothing. She didn't hang the background up. She just walked over here and say, "Where my chair?"
That's your job.
The one thing she could have did was get her chair.
That's your job.
Because she didn't help. She didn't set the cameras up. She didn't connect none of the equipment. She didn't set up the microphone. She didn't do nothing.
I never do. This your
she
job.
She walked over here and said, "Where's my chair?"
This your job.
If this is what's going on, we got to be real. You know what I'm saying? We got to pay attention to what we saying and how we saying it too. Because sometimes, and this works both ways, male and female. Sometimes we are so busy saying what we saying, we not listening to what we saying or listening to how we saying it.
What?
And sometimes we're getting the response according to how we're saying it.
What?
Oh yeah, y'all got me.
I understand none of that.
Oh yeah, she understood. Yeah. Anyway, hey, the phone lines are open. If you guys want to call in, if you got a comment, this is the inaugural show. If you're just joining us,
because they will now. After you don't get in a relationship, you regular now.
There is a courting period, and after the courting period, you go into what couldn't be described as regular, or you let down your guard.
No,
women do the same thing.
No.
When they trying to be all dainty, because it was a time when she wouldn't even fart around me. Now she'll fart on me, and it's fine. I'm supposed to just love that. It's supposed to be okay. Where does that come from? I mean, come on now. Let's be real talk. We're gonna be real talk. This is marriage. This is love, marriage, and ministry. It's real. See, you got a lot of people, a lot of leaders that are not willing to come on and do something like this and be transparent. But you got to be transparent if you're going to be real, if you're going to be effective and try to help somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Because you not, and nobody's the same way all the time. That's a lie. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I'm jokey all the time, or I'm serious all the time, or I'm anything all the time, because we have moods. We're human. We're human. Sometimes you don't feel like playing.
Right.
Sometimes you don't feel like being quiet. Sometimes you don't feel like talking. But it's when you get into a marriage and relationship, you got to be willing to accept all that from a person. See, a lot of times we get into these relationships, the whole time we change it, but we don't want them to change. We could be all out of shape, but we want the other person to stay in shape. Why you look like that? Like, why you look like that?
You look like that.
You know what I'm saying? This is the beauty of coming and finding your real soulmate, the person that God intends for you to be with. Then you can grow old together. You keep trying to attach yourself to people you ain't supposed to be with and keep wondering why this thing keep messing up.
Yep.
Why this person keep getting on my nerve? Why this person keep doing this to me? because maybe you got to check and see, is this the person you're supposed to be with?
Right.
And if it is, then stop complaining, dig in,
And
do the
stop
work,
comparing them to
and
other
make it
people.
work. Dig in and do the work. If you're spending your whole time in relationships pointing at the other person, you got a problem. You got a problem. Because if you think every problem that is going on in your relationship is because of the other person, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. It take two.
Yep.
It take two. So whatever the problem is, half of the problem is you and half of the problem is them. But at the end of the day, take responsibility for your half of the problem, because that's the only way it's going to work. But if you in your mind and made up in your mind that you're doing everything right, man, you might as well go ahead and go sit down somewhere.
And like I said a few minutes ago, when you in a marriage, you can't compare your marriage to nobody else's marriage, because what might work in our house, it might not work in nobody else's house.
That's for sure.
And what might work in your house, it might not work over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been together for a long time, since we've been in our 20s, and this man about to be 50. So just think about it. That's a long time.
About to be 50, as they say here in Charleston.
How to say it?
About to be 50.
That's a long time
Almost
to be
50.
with somebody, you know, and understand their ways. But you can't compare them to nobody. As bad as I want him to be John P. Key, I know it's not going to happen.
Because I'm not putting on that much weight.
So when I think...
I ain't never be that big. That ain't about to happen. I can't run the church from the church. I'm like, yeah, y'all move over there. Amen. Sing choir. I ain't got time for that, man. I choose life.
Anyway, so when I'm thinking about John,
shout out to John P. Key. We love you, John.
Anyway, we just can't compare our spouse to anybody else. We have to be real. When it comes down to our relationship, this is the person that you said I do to, and you have to be able to go through the ups and the downs, the tests and the trials, the tribulations. You got to be able to go through it, because if you ain't able to go through nothing in your relationship, guess what? You ain't gonna be able to last. You're not gonna last, because these days and times you can see a lot of people are just giving up on their relationship. Whatever situations that they face and different things like that, you're like, man, I ain't got to deal with this. Let me go find me somebody else. But how does that work? What, John P. Who? Don't play with me. You got to understand that. Guess what? We gonna face it.
He said when I first met her, she was a model. Now she act like she tests donuts all day.
Because he played all day himself. But you got to understand that when it comes down to your relationship, we done been through a whole lot, you know, and a lot of people want you to give up just because we done had all kind of obstacles in our way. That don't mean that we have to give up. That don't mean that we got to quit. That don't mean that we got to say, man, I'm throwing in the towel. We done went through what we done went through. We done went through
everything.
Homelessness. We had no transportation, separation, infidelity, trust issues, marriage issues, all kind of things, issues with the ministry, everything. But guess what we say? We're gonna work it out. Even when everybody kept trying to throw shade and try to make it seem like, they ain't gonna make it.
You should have.
And they ain't gonna last. They ain't gonna. Well, how you know? Because we still here. We still here. We still fight through everything. We fight through all the obstacles and different things. But that's what marriage is about. You have to learn how to fight through it all. You know, you're not gonna have. Nobody's got the perfect marriage. If you got the perfect marriage, I got some questions for you, because I want to know how you do it. What'd you do?
Well, I can honestly say I don't feel we came into our relationship with no fantasy island expectations of each other. I don't think we ever never came in like that. We never thought like that. We never had those kind of conversations like we were expecting some fairy tale.
Right.
We knew and we were ready to put the work in. And we've been putting the work in.
Yeah.
For 20-some years, going 23 years that we've been putting the work in. You know what I'm saying? And we do all of that. And the thing about it, if you don't go through those things, how is the marriage going to be strong?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going through those things is just like going to the gym. In the gym, when you work out, you are breaking your muscles down by stressing them. You are putting stress and pressure on your muscles and breaking them down internally. And because of the stretching and the breaking down, when they in the healing process, in the rest time, the muscle comes back together. When it comes back together, it's stronger than it was because you stretched it out. It's the same thing with marriage. Marriages have to be tested. Marriages have to be stretched out. We have to go through what we go through to make it better, to keep it strong, to build it up, to get ready. You have to go through something this day to be ready for what's coming tomorrow.
Right.
You have to go through what you have to go through tomorrow to get ready for the next day. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to go through. You have to go through. That's what the light afflictions are talked about in the Word of God. That's the stress. That's what's in the cup. It's suffering in the cup. It's going through in the cup. Just like us in your Christian walk. Oh, I always tell people, anything that anybody admires about you, you know, when they say, "Oh, I like the way you handle yourself," I like the way you automatically starts thinking about the things you've been through.
Yep.
You automatically, because you know that's why you're like that, because of that bad breakup. You're like that, or you're wise because of what you've been through. You're wise because of how people treated you in the past, or how you learned from your mistakes. So that's what makes us. So why would I be mad at the trials and tribulations that our marriage went through when I know, as we're here and able to be on Love, Marriage, and Ministry?
Yep.
It's the only way. It's the only reason God would take a idea like Love, Marriage, and Ministry and entrust it to us, because we sit here and the people that are responding and feeling what we're saying, you're feeling it not because we're saying it, you're feeling it because you know we've lived it.
Yep.
Because you can hear the truth in the ministry, you can hear the truth in our voice, because the people that affect you most are the people that have been through something. The people that you admire are the people that have been through something. People that had it easy, you ain't want to hear them talking to you. If you ain't never had no children, how you going to tell me about raising mine? If you ain't never been down and out, how you going to tell me about rising up?
Right.
If you ain't never been sick on your back, how you going to tell me God is a healer?
Right.
You can only talk about things from your experiences. Yep. So a lot of people are out here now with very little experiences, but are acting like they know it all.
Yep.
They done it all, then been there and back. Just because you go out preaching somewhere don't mean you've been through any real life experiences. And if you've been through life experiences, don't mean you actually went through them well.
Right.
See, because a lot of people go through, but don't go through well.
Right.
We got to learn how to go through. We got to go through, as the word says, as good soldiers. Some people ain't even enlisted, ain't even been Boy Scouts, but they acting like they generals in the army of the Lord. Man, come on. You ain't even played organized sports before. You don't even know what it is to be a team player. But you are a general in the army of the Lord.
Right.
Stop it. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, well. But it's a good question that you asked on tonight, Raven. If you're still with us, how do you get them to get in touch with your emotions? You can't make them do it.
God.
It's plain God. And simple. You can't make nobody do anything that they're just not ready to do. I'll say ready. I wouldn't say willing, because some people are willing. They just don't know how, and they just haven't been taught. So they don't know how to get it done. They just don't know what to do. So all you can do is just love them, love on them. And guess what? At the end of the day, they'll eventually get there. If you continue to do your part and you continue to just love on them and have fun in your marriage, have fun in your relationship, then guess what? They'll eventually probably change or do some things a little different that'll put another spark in there. But speaking of having fun in your marriage, you got to learn how to have fun in your relationship. You got to learn how to have fun in your marriage. You got to have fun. This is my chocolate.
You got to not be stingy in your relationship as well.
Candy.
Okay. Remember that.
You ain't put my chair down.
Oh, you holding on to that thing, ain't he? I hope Jesus don't come tonight. Jesus.
Anyway, you got to learn how to have fun in your relationship. If you don't know how to have fun, you always angry and mad and upset and tense, you ain't gonna have no good marriage. You ain't gonna have no good relationship. You gotta be compatible. You can't just say, "Oh man, I'm in love." Guess what? You gotta like that person. Because if I didn't like Derek, and I wouldn't still be here. I wouldn't still be in this relationship. But guess what? I like him.
I'll make her stay. She gonna stay.
Shoot.
That's what people be thinking.
You must see the way I'm from. I'll leave you right
You ain't never gonna leave me. may get as far away from that fool as possible.
Yes, but you got to also, you can't just be in love, but you got to like who you go home to each and every day.
Love ain't got much to do with it.
No.
You definitely got to like the person.
Yeah, you do.
That's a big thing I always talk. A lot of people, you love your family, but you don't like all of them.
Right.
You won't spend a whole day with most of them people in your family, but you ride out with them, go out of town. Nah, most of us ain't gonna do that. Why? Because we don't like them people. You spend time with the people you like.
Yeah.
You don't spend time with everybody you love. You go check on the people you love, but you don't spend a whole lot of time with them. I love all my family. I want to be with them, around them all day long. No, man, stop. Nobody won't be around them like that all day. No, man, we get together for a little gathering, and as soon as you know, we all got that party limit with our family. Like we get around and we know exactly when it's coming up. It's like we look at our spouses like, you got about 5 more minutes of this mess.
That's how he is with his family.
About 5 more minutes before I keep dealing with this man. Y'all like that too. Y'all get around there. Y'all at the party. You go to mama house, big mama house, whoever, and you around. You having a good time when you first get there. Then after a while, you be like, well, okay. So you say something else to me, and I know I'm about to. You know what I'm saying? Because you know people be saying stuff out the side of their neck. People asking questions all up in your business. Don't you know? But you love them.
He said, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready? I'm ready whenever you're ready. That's his cue. Say, I'm ready to go for around these people.
You know it's time to go. When your party limit reach with your family party limit, when that thing come up, and if once it ding 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 ding, time to go. You'll pack up, and you don't want to overstay that, because that's when it's gonna be a problem when you leave. It's gonna be some furniture moving. It's gonna be a misunderstanding on your way out. You don't want that. So you try to you know that limit before you can get out the car. Y'all probably got your safe word, like what they had, their little safe word, mistletoe.
Yeah.
When it's time to go.
Christmas.
Yeah. You gotta have that safe word. Just holler out that safe word, pack it up. You know, we have that tolerance, man. And once that family tolerance is reached,
yeah, man,
you can love everybody and say, I love all y'all. Gotta go. See y'all later. Bye-bye. All right. See, bye-bye, grandma. Bye-bye. Bye, mama. I'm gone.
People say our house don't bite me.
Yes, sir. But you hang around and you want to be around the people you like. It's way more important for you to like that person that you got to spend the rest of your life with. If you're choosing to spend the rest of your life with them, you better make sure you like them.
You got to.
You better make sure you like them.
Love. It's a big difference.
You can love from a distance. Like is close. I like this lady right here. Much as she get on my nerves, I like this little lady. But she get on my nerves. She drive me crazy, but I like her. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the difference. The people that I don't like, they barely cross that threshold. You know what I'm saying? And when they come, you look at them like, you need something?
Yeah. How long you like?
you just come in town? So where you staying tonight? You know what I'm saying? You come here with your bags. I'm like, wait a minute. Hey, you got your hotel? What? You need me to drop you off to the hotel? You know what I'm saying? When you don't, I love them. Well, Bernie Mac said, I know him, but I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? You can love a lot of people, but the people you like, that's people you want to be around. Right. If you don't like that person you sleeping next to every night, you got a big problem.
And then guess what? When you don't really like that person that you sleeping with next to, how you say it? That you're sleeping next to every night, then guess what? That's when situations going to arise. That's when, because I don't really like him and I don't really want to go home to him, that's when you're going to start looking at other people, and that's when you're going to start messing up. And you're gonna start stepping out on your marriage and doing all kind of crazy things, because at that moment you just ain't feeling them at that moment. You just ain't, or like they like to say, we just ain't vibing right now. And because we're not vibing right now, that's when I'm gonna show you this. That's when the enemy will send that thing in the front of you that they know you like the most. If you know you like them tall, dark, chocolate men, then guess what? Every time you turn around, it gonna be that same person, delivery man. It gonna be the UPS man, always gonna come to your job. You're like, oh my God, Lord Jesus.
This ain't the time to be tipping.
Yeah, or you like the most nice stack girls, and that be the same girl that always want to come by, hey, how you doing?
There's too much stuff out there that you could bring home, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You mess around and you might get a cocktail mix of diseases now.
A what?
A cocktail mix. You come home with the HIV and the corona.
Wait. God. You coughing and pissing blood. You peeing fire, coughing, pissing blood.
Man, ain't no telling what you coming home with. Oh, man. You come in the door and body parts just falling off you. You
Yes.
can't even make it in the house.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
man. And that wouldn't be good.
You take off your drawers and everything.
Still in the drawers. You sit them down and say, "Oh my God, my crotch drop out." You gotta staple them drawers and crazy.
Pull your drawers up and slap a belt on.
Yeah,
Oh,
on the
Lord.
drawer.
This
Man,
ain't the time to be stepping out, man. It's too much going on.
it is.
It's cheaper to keep them. You
Same
better
with
go.
Charles Yeah,
You
man.
better go.
You can't eat it.
I'm
Better
almost
be.
50.
You gotta be mindful of, the things that we want to do, man. Because the devil send his temptations. He sent all kind of temptations to us. And guess what? Hey, Keish. He sent all kind of temptations, and guess what? Some of us, because we so weak, we be done fall. And instead of us saying, no, man, let me go home and work it out with my wife, or let me go home and work it out with my husband. Some of us, we fall. But guess what? If you fall, don't stay there.
Amen.
Get back up, brush yourself off, and go home and make it right. Go home and get it right. And we can't be the type of people that feel like, man, I done mess up. I might as well stay out here. No, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Because guess what? If God can forgive us for all of the things that we done mess up and done, he's a forgiving God. And because he's a forgiving God, guess what? He'll teach us how to forgive one another. He'll teach us how to forgive people when they got their little situations and tests that they keep failing.
And let me say this for the single people, man. If you desire to be kept, he'll keep you. If you desire to be kept, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to get out here and do what everybody else doing because everybody else doing it. As old folks would say, if everybody jump off the bridge, you're going to jump off too. You ain't got to do everything because everybody doing it. And you got to get past what people think and what people feel. Because this is the rest of your life. Understand what I'm saying? You got to be kept for the sake of keeping. Because like I said, it's too much. It's just too much out here, too much going on that you can get caught up in. You know what I'm saying? It's too many things that you can catch that you can't throw back.
Yeah, man.
So you got to be careful. You waiting on your Prince Charming or your princess to come, and before you know it, you dipping and dabbing. Now you damaged goods. Now you all are contaminated. Now you done mess up. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need that. God will keep you if you want to be kept. Ain't nothing wrong with being kept. Ain't nothing wrong with keeping yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing. Don't let the world fool you into believing there's something wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
There ain't nothing wrong with being single for a minute.
Yeah, God probably you, man.
Yeah, God probably got you single for a while so you can love you, so you can get to know yourself first, and love on your own self. I heard just yesterday I was listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Y'all know I like a good laugh, so I like to listen to the Comedy Break and the Strawberry Letter and things like that. I listened to the lady was like she been in a tumultuous marriage.
A what?
That's how they said it, tumultuous. You ain't not no big words, did you? Because I'm about to say something.
Oh, okay.
And then she been single for like 3 years. And then after she been single for like 3 years, she made the comment like she just gotta have somebody in her life because she don't know what to do with herself when she's by herself and she's alone. She needs to have somebody. And she said she was holding on to the marriage for so long, even though she knew it wasn't good for her, for the abuse and all of that different things, yada, yada, yada. And she was just basically saying that she needed to have somebody in her life because she just couldn't be by herself. So I'm sitting there and listening to the thing. I'm like, so she just got low self-esteem and she really don't really love herself like she should. When you don't really love yourself like you should, and you can't spend time by yourself, you got issues. If you can't be company for your own self, how you gonna be company for somebody else? Because people like that just want somebody in their life and want to have them there, guess what? Y'all tend to be clingy. Very. And guess what? Nobody want nobody clingy on them like that all the time. Nobody, let me say something. Nobody want nobody clingy like that on them all the time. And so as females, I'm going to speak from my perspective right now. You got to learn how to love yourself. Sometimes I get right up. They all be right in here. I'll get up and I'll go drive and be by myself. I'll go to the nail salon. I'll go and go get my nails done. Go get my toes done.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
I done went and going to the massage parlor. Went by myself. I'll go riding because I love reading books. I take my Kindle with me. I go spend time with me. I go have lunch by myself. Why? Because I'm my own company. I know how to be company with my own self. I know how to love on me. But if you don't know how to love on your own self and be by yourself, then guess what? You always gonna have problems and issues and different things like that. And if you have a problem in your relationship, that man could be busting your head to the white meat. And you know, you say, "Oh, Ike, just don't hit me on the left side. That's my best side. Go ahead and bust the right side up." You sound like a fool, man. You sound crazy. Because you don't have to have nobody in your life that bad day. Every time I turn around, you posting and saying, "I can't wait for God to send me a husband. I can't wait. I'm ready for my
Well, that's
husband
the
to come."
problem.
You ain't even hidden. So
Exactly.
how somebody go, you already found. So what are you talking about? Every time I turn around, you putting yourself out there because you want you a husband so bad. It ain't that serious if you just want to have sex. It ain't that serious, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's serious.
It gets old after a while.
But the fact of the matter is, what we're trying to tell you, that even though we've been married, been together so long, we still know how to be by ourselves when you need time to be by yourself.
I'll be mad when he go to the movies and I don't know it though.
And that's why you don't tell her. Usually she called me and I'm already in the movie, and I'm like, hey, I was in the movie. But just like I said, she does what she likes to do with her alone time. I like to be in the movie. And no, I'm not meeting somebody up. I'm not having no secret rendezvous or nothing like that. I'm spending, that's my me time. I spend my time, I walk around Walmart because I like to be in electronics. Or sometimes I walk around Best Buy. Or I walk around because I like electronics and little stuff like that. So that's what I do. So sometimes those are the places that I like to go. And I'll be in Walmart in the electronics section for like an hour or two. You don't realize the time because I'm not really paying attention. I'm just enjoying my time.
Some people just need to find a hobby. You need to
Find
find a
something
hobby.
to do.
Find something to do besides getting on Facebook
Or
and
getting
seeing
on other
everything.
people's spouses,
Yeah, or what?
climbing in other people's beds, rocking up, hunching. I'm just saying, find something to do. Get a hobby, man.
Oh, the new just get on, man. The new thing now is TikTok. Everybody want to. I mean,
I don't know about it.
Ooh. But that's the new thing now. You know, everybody want to be on some kind of social media and different things. You see all these people love up and rub up and things, and then now you like, man, I can't wait to get on there. Why though?
You married? You
Why?
checking out Tinder?
What?
Tinder? You ain't that? There's something you ain't know.
What is that?
You talking about what is TikTok? I don't know.
You mad because you don't know what it is?
But you don't know what Tinder is.
Tinder is just a tenderoni.
See,
I don't know what that is.
That's a problem. It's so much going on. That's what I'm saying. Just another way to catch the corona. That's all it is.
Man, everything ain't on the
Everything corona now. till election over, everything corona.
I don't even know what to say. I'm like lost for
Hey, the number is 843-648-1239. You actually can call up. Let me put that up. I meant to put that up. The number is 843-648-1239. You can call them with your comment. We see you guys on here. We want to say good evening to you guys. Devia Mitchell, we see you. Sister Tiffany Hicks, we see you. Alkeisha Williamson, we see you. Of course, Raven is in the building. Ms. Days, Andre Batiste out there in New Orleans. We see you, my brother. My family, my cousin Willie Warren's up in here. Bruce Leroy, you know he's rocking with us. Angela Caper's coming through. Javante Days, Deacon Days is in the building. We say good evening to you. Camille Robinson. Good evening, Camille. Zenithia, how do you say it? Xanthia Badger. I'll make sure I'm saying your name right.
Your name.
That's why I slowed down. I had to slow down. Anyway, we say good evening to all you guys that are coming on in the room. Sharon Reed, we see you. We appreciate you coming through, family. Kenny Graham's up in here. Abasil, good evening to you guys. We appreciate y'all. Sister Jazz, Monique Jenkins.
Big belly.
About to drop that baby up in the building. We appreciate you. We thank God for each and every one of you. Monica Orr, we see you. Thank you for coming through. Donna Washington Green, good evening to you. Daisha Lights Chisholm, good morning, cousin. We appreciate you. And of course, the woman up in here, Pastor Jack Johnson, we see you coming through. If we don't see you, if we didn't call your name and we don't see you, you don't get to see everybody unless you start commenting. So if you start commenting and speaking to us, throwing up your city and state, let us know where you're at. We definitely want to acknowledge those of you that are with us. This is the new interactive talk show. It's love, marriage, and ministry. And we thank God for you guys coming through. We're here till about 8 o'clock, so we got a whole another hour to go. We're going to take a very quick break just to give our throats a chance, get some water. I'm going to play a few commercials because we do have commercials. You know, this is a real show.
Okay, anyway, commercials. Play my Squeaky Cleaner. Play Squeaky Cleaner commercial.
Do the wink again? We're going to take us a quick break, y'all, but we coming back. Don't go anywhere. Trust me. We got it. All right? We'll be right back. Where's my volume? Oh, it started over. My bad.
Professional, though.
Oh, I'm professional.
Though.
Let's get it. Woo!
Y'all have to understand. I'm
we on a break. Stop talking.
I'm eating chocolate. I'm
We've been through hell and back.
Just the time to go
Ready to trying to fight and love this turn. When all we really need to
take a
do
20-minute break. Ain't lunch.
listen to each other's views on things, cause that's the only way to maintain good love, good love. Sometimes we get stuck on our own love. To every this way must listen. Gonna take a listen to one another. We made it this far. If we wanted to make it this far, but no, sometimes it was hard.
Are you new to the Charleston area? Or have you been here a while but still haven't found a reliable barber? Well, look no further than the new Upscale Unlimited Family Grooming Incorporated. 843-263-9358. Text today. With professional services and A-plus hospitality, we will always leave Upscale Unlimited feeling and looking your best. With an atmosphere as comfortable as your own home, you can relax and unwind as the professional and licensed hair care specialist gives you the style and cut to suit your individual and specific style. Find us on Facebook as you search Upscale Unlimited Family Grooming Incorporated, located 4303 Bream Road, Unit 47. You can even book your next appointment directly from the Facebook page and receive a special discount. Upscale Unlimited, the name speaks for itself.
Sometimes you really need to clean, but you just don't have the time. So next time, call the professionals of Squeaky Cleaner. Whether it's a light touch-up or a deep cleaning, the professional care and concern of Squeaky Cleaner cannot be beat. Call 843-263-9379 for your free estimate today. It could be one room or the entire house. No job is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, and church cleanings are available. If you're the type of person that knows that cleaning has to be done right, then you're the type of person that needs to call Squeaky Cleaner. Call 843-263-9379. That's 843-263-9379. Squeaky Cleaner. You live life and we'll clean it.
Do you have an event that you're planning and you need a DJ that knows how to keep the party going? A DJ that has great music selection and knows how to keep the flow? Well, look no further because Do It All Productions is here. Do It All Production professional DJ service of the Low Country can provide your event with the music and style you desire. Whether it's a wedding, a prom, a birthday, a family reunion, or even a church event, we provide music of all genres, from gospel to pop and everything in between as long as it's clean. From country to classic, from soul to jazz, we provide the music that will make your next event unforgettable. Do It All Production professional DJ services of the Low Country covers all of the Savannah, Beaufort, and Charleston and all surrounding areas. Call today to book your next event by texting 912-312-7240 or 843-263-9358. When you call, ask about our additional service like event photography, videography, MC service, and event planning. Do It All Productions, professional DJ service of the Low Country. Make the call and check one more thing off your list.
If you know like I know, then you know that every season is sports season. And 'tis the season to elevate your jersey game with Elevated Sportswear. Elevated Sportswear has the best in authentic jerseys from every sport, every size, and every team. You name it, they got it. Elevated Sportswear is your one-stop shop for all your team needs. They also customize team jerseys, offer jersey dresses for the ladies, and jerseys for your pets too. As a bonus exclusively for the RPP family, if you text ELEVATE, that's ELEVATE, to 864-501-7373, you can get an additional exclusive RPP discount off of the already low prices. And they have free shipping worldwide. Elevated Sportswear, taking your jersey game to the next level.
Oh, hi, Jessica.
Hi, Mrs. Johnson. Is Megan there?
Sure, follow me. The kids are in the kitchen making sandwiches.
Hey, Julie. Hi, Megan. Hey, Megan.
Yeah?
You're a total freak. God, you're ugly. And dumb.
What?
Oh, and your makeup makes you look like a tramp. Tommy Morris told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. The whole school knows. He said your breath smelled like garbage. And that dress is totally hideous. You look like a big fat clown. Disgusting. Oh, and by the way, nice zit.
If you wouldn't say it in person, why say it online?
Right.
Delete cyberbullying. Don't write it, don't forward it. For more information, visit ncpc.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, Crime Prevention Coalition of America, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
No one likes to move, but it's a reality we all must face sooner or later. When that reality gets to you, let the professionals of Full Moon Moving face it for you. Full Moon is ready, willing, and able to meet all of your moving needs with professional care and timing that will always get you to your destination when you are supposed to be there. Call 843-818-3550 for your estimate today. 843-818-3550. Full Moon Moving, when you know it just absolutely, positively has to be done. We've been through hell and back on this earth. Like we're two kids trying to fight and love's the turn. When all we really need to do is listen to each other's views on things. Cause that's the only way to maintain good love, good love. Sometimes we get stuck on our own love. Good love to every sweating us. Listen, ain't okay, but listen to one another. We made it this far. But we wanted to make it this far. No way. But no, sometimes it was hard. Boy, we stayed together. We didn't fall apart. Ooh. Now we sit back and laugh of all the things we didn't have and how far we came a long way. We have got to thank for that, and I'm glad you stood by me even when I was in myself. You still know me better than anyone else. Sometimes we get stuck on our own love. Good love to you have me to sweat much. Listen, gonna take but listen to one another. We made it this far. But we wanted to make it this far. Don't walk away. Even though sometimes it was hard. Boy, we stay together. We can fall apart. Good love, good love. Sometimes we get stuck on our own.
Yes, indeedy, we are back. It's Love, Marriage, and Ministry, the new talk show featuring yours truly. It's just Derek and Charmaine. We are here with you guys talking about relationship issues. We're going to be talking about a lot of different topics. You guys can also pick some topics for us to talk about as well. If you inbox us or email us or throw it up onto the page, and we invite you to call in. You can call in right now. Phone lines are open. 843-648-1239 is the number to call. That's 843-648-1239. I got the number posted. You can also check the replay of this show out next Saturday on Exquisite Internet Radio. You can pick that up anywhere you got internet connection. Exquisite Internet Radio. I'm going to put the link up here in just a second. I forgot to add that. So you'll be able to check that out next week. If you missed some of the show, you can't stay for the whole show, or you just want to hear it again, you're more than welcome to do that. This is our inaugural launch of what? It's a word?
Yeah, but we the president and first lady? Inaugural.
It's a word. They don't own, the presidency doesn't own that word.
So why are you using it?
Why you use the word you used earlier?
What I use?
You know.
Which one?
What you had said.
What did I say?
When you said it. You know. Anyway, thank you for joining us 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Saturday. You can catch us either live or on Exquisite Internet Radio. You'll be able to hear the show. Of course, it's live on the first and third Saturdays. Like tonight, it's live. We're live on YouTube as well. So we want you guys to check out our Truth Foundation Outreach Ministries YouTube page.
Yeah.
Please go there and subscribe. We need you guys to start subscribing to the YouTube page. It goes a long way in the world of YouTube. Tapping the like button is good for Facebook, but over on YouTube, you got to subscribe. So we need you guys to start subscribing to the YouTube page. It's the Truth Foundation Outreach Ministries YouTube page. We're broadcasting right now. We're simultaneously broadcasting. We're simulcasting on social media. So we are on Facebook and YouTube Live simultaneously. That's how we do. Got a double camera system set up here, so it's working out pretty good. And we got the phone line, so definitely we want to hear from you guys. If you just want to call in and say hi, you can do that. 843-648-1239. You'll be live on air with us. If you want to do your shout outs, your birthday wishes, you can do all of that. But it's an open conversation. We've been talking about it, and this is an interactive show, so we really want you guys to, we appreciate everybody that has been commenting and coming on in the room. Make sure you share the video and let other people know that we are live on Facebook as well as YouTube. If they don't, there's a link on Facebook that you can send the YouTube link out as well, so you can let people know that they don't have to get a Facebook account and all that kind of stuff to rock with us. They can go right on YouTube and find us on our YouTube page. It's the Truth Foundation Outreach Ministries YouTube page.
A lot of people have a problem with Facebook, but they have all the other like different sites. Like it's all connected to Facebook. Like they have a Snapchat,
everything's
Twitter,
connected. Everything's connected.
Instagram.
When I go to Instagram, I can easily slide the little thing and it posts to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook all at the same time. They got an Instagram that says by Facebook now. Good, because originally Instagram was by Twitter, which was a Twitter thing. So now, like I said, it's all connected. Right. It's all connected because they're making money, so it don't matter. They don't care. They're not in really competition. They're all making money. So it's enough people and enough social media outlets to go around. So that's what it is. We've been talking tonight. I believe Raven gave us the question about men and their emotions, and that took us on a roller coaster of conversation. And we want you guys to know that you can be a part of the conversation and you can initiate the conversation. So if there's something that you want to talk about, you don't have an opportunity to talk about it anywhere else, you can talk about it here.
Yep.
forum and the floor is open. We're more than glad to entertain your conversation right here. That's what this is about, open conversation. And this is what God gave us this to. And it's not, we don't have a lot of times that we can sit down like this where we can just conversate. We do the Lion's Den on Sunday mornings, but that's about 30 minutes, and and it's very church focused. But we don't have, and this is the first time that God has led us to sit down and be able to talk candidly about any and every topic that we can, that's of interest and help to others and to ourselves as well. Because, like I said, conversation is not for one. That's what's called conversation. It's a back and forth. It's a dialogue that goes back and forth, and it's helpful from both ends. So just as we have these stations, we're helping ourselves as well as we're helping others. And we want you guys to not only help, and that's why we invite you to come on into the conversation, because there might be some experiences and things that you have that we don't have, that will be a help to us and to others that are listening as well. Because of the beauty of social media is that we got people from all over the place that we're in the same room now. We're all over the world. We're everywhere at the same time. So that's the beauty of this technology. And we thank God for this opportunity to come into your homes or your jobs or your cars, wherever you might be with your handheld devices, and be able to be a part of it. And we're recording this as well. So it will be part of our podcast as well. So we're recording this, and this will be a podcast that you can go back and get as well and listen to at your leisure too. I'll put all the links up as we go forward. You'll have all the links to go and get the free podcast, free downloads of the podcast as well. So,
and I just wanted to add this to what we have to do as couples and different things like that. We have to not be ashamed of the things that we went through in our marriage or things that we faced in our relationship. We can't be afraid to talk about it, because guess what? It's going to help somebody along the way. If we're afraid to talk about different things, then how can we help other people? Sometimes you're like, man, I don't want people in my business, but it's not, people being in your business. It's your testimonies helping others. You don't have to get into it and be all deep and all personal and be specific and tell every little thing that you probably had to endure. But at the same time, your testimony can be there to help somebody else to be able to know that they can make it in their marriage, to be able to know that, man, tough times come and we can make it. We have days where we looking like, man, well, where we gonna get the money for this and where we gonna get the money for that, and how we gonna make this happen and how we gonna make that happen. But at the end of the day, once you trust God and you lean and depend on God, God always makes a way. He always shows up. Even I don't care if it's right at the deadline, like 4:55, and the people coming at 5:00. If he come in at 4:55, guess what? He showed up, and he did just what he said he was going to do. He said he never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And so with that being said, whenever you're going through in your marriage and your relationship, go through. It's not about what you're going through, but I hear my husband say all the time, it's about how you're going through it. We all going to face some situations. We're all going to face some tests and some trials, some obstacles, some ups and downs. But guess what? We going through it together. We're going to have to learn how to pray for one another. Pray for your spouse. Anoint them. Anoint your children. Anoint your house. When I get up in the morning time and the kids are getting ready for school, I'll anoint everybody. I'm like, and when they take too long and I'm heading to the door, I say, oh, I'm going to leave out the house. If y'all don't want no Jesus, y'all ain't going to get it. And it sounds so funny because they'll come running down the stairs to get anointed before they leave out of the house. But we have to understand that your house is what you make it. Your marriage is what you make it. Your ministry is what you make it. You don't have to compare it to nobody else. However God has set you up to do your thing, then go ahead and do your thing. Don't worry about nobody and nothing else. Go ahead and do it how God has instructed you to do it. Because like I said at the beginning of this, whatever might work over here at the Moon's house, it may not work at your house. And whatever's working at your house, it might not work over here. But at the same time, we could take bits and pieces from what we hear in other people's testimony and other people's lives. we can take bits and pieces of it and be like, okay, I can use this and I can use that, and this don't fit my situation, but it was good to know. We got to learn how to be able to handle these things. And guess what? With us being able to talk about it and talk about the things that we face and talk about the tests and the trials that we've been through, then guess what? Then maybe God will lead you in the direction, say, okay, now I need you to go to the forefront and talk about this. I need you to go to the forefront and help somebody else. You never know. God might put you and say, okay, well, Moons, I want y'all to add so and so to the panel this week, so that they can have a 4-point perspective from 4 different people about what's going on in the situations and different things. We just got to not be ashamed of speaking about the things that we went through. Some people will tell you, they say, girl, I wouldn't tell nobody nothing like that. I wouldn't tell nobody I've been through this, and I wouldn't tell nobody I've been homeless, and I wouldn't tell nobody we ain't had no water and lights one time. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You ashamed of God bringing you through? Because didn't God bring you through? Didn't He bring you out? Didn't He help you on that path in that situation? I'm not ashamed of nothing that we went through. I'm not embarrassed of none of the obstacles we faced. I don't regret it, because guess what? I look back at him like, man, that right there could have took some other people out. Facing that right there would have made some people feel like, man, I ain't got time for this right here. I go find. You don't understand that a lot of time when we like, I'm gonna just go find me somebody else. You haven't worked on you.
That's right.
You haven't worked on you so that you can figure out who you really are, and, or if whatever you probably went through had a lot to do with you. You have to understand that on this race and this walk and in your marriage and ministry and different things, it comes a time where you're gonna feel like it's overwhelming. And it feels like, man, I just can't take it no more. I'm gonna throw in the towel. I'm going to go someplace else. I can go with somebody else. Plenty of people out there want me. Let me tell you something. At a certain point in your life, you be feeling like, I ain't got time to be going out there trying to find me nobody else. I ain't want to start all over. I tell people all the time, if God forbid, if something happens and the Lord take one of us, or we just go out on separate, guess what I say? I ain't never getting married no more. I ain't starting over with another soul. I'ma just be comfortable and peaceful in my own home. That's just how it's going to be. We don't want to get out there. Huh?
I know I am. I ain't want nobody. I ain't want to go through that for nobody.
No, I don't want to start all over. Starting from scratch and trying to get to know somebody else, and somebody else getting to know me and know my ways. I just ain't want to do. I'm old. I'm getting up there. I ain't old, but I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there. So I just want to work it out. Whatever we're going to go through, whatever we're going to face, I'd rather just try to work it out, try to make it work, try to do what we can do. And let me tell you something, people, it's okay to go get counseling. There's nothing wrong with getting counseling. There's nothing wrong with going to see a therapist. There's nothing wrong with any of that. I don't understand why we, chocolate people, some of us, we feel like something is wrong with going to therapy, or something is wrong with going to get counseling. Whenever you're in a relationship and somebody says to you and you say, I think we need counseling, and they turn around and say, man, I ain't going to no counseling. Ain't nobody getting them. Sounds like to a female, if a man is saying that, man, I ain't working on this relationship. I ain't got time for that. I ain't nobody need to help me. I got it. Whatever we going through, that's we just gonna go through it. But it don't work like that. We gotta understand that it's okay to get some help. That's gonna be your friend or somebody like, well, yeah, you wrong, cause I know so and so, and they would never do that. No, you don't need that kind of counseling. You need to go to somebody that's gonna give you some wise counseling. Somebody that's gonna be able to not be biased. Somebody that's not gonna be on my side, or somebody that's just gonna be on his side. Somebody that's gonna be right there in the middle and say, no, you wrong and you wrong, and you gotta handle it like this. That's how you get your marriage and stuff to get to a point where you feel like, okay, well, we can do it. We can work this thing out. We can accomplish whatever it is we're trying to accomplish. We can conquer whatever is coming our way. All right?
Amen.
I said that because I know he got a mouthful of food. But we gotta understand that on this walk, man, in this marriage, and we gotta work. It's work, man. It all of it. Love is a work. Marriage is a work. Ministry is a work. It's all a work, man. You just gotta be, like we said at the beginning, Put the work in.
You gotta put the work in.
You got to put the work in. You can't just want to just be like, man, please, I'm giving up. So you give up on love, you're going to give up on your marriage, and you're going to give up on your ministry. Because guess what? When it comes down to your ministry, man, that's some serious work right there. You got a lot of times where you going to feel like, man, this ministry right here is hard. Sometimes we need a mentor. You're right, Shima. We do. We do need somebody that's going to be right there, that's going to help us along the way. And like I said, don't get nobody biased. Don't get nobody that's going to be your friend or somebody that's going to be their friend. Just get on there and get somebody that's going to help you along the way, because we need it. 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 And if we don't get it, then guess what? We're going to always have problems. We're going to continue to have issues, and we're going to continue to have problems, because we don't want nobody else in our business. Like we like to say, we don't want nobody to know what we got going on. We need help. We all need help on this walk right here. And Shima know us. She know that for a long time. And we know we done been through some things in this marriage. But guess what? We fought it out. Many times I wanted to give up and quit and be like, man, please, I'm going back to my grandma's house, man. I ain't got time for this. I'm going back to grandma's house until I can get me a place for me and my kids. Let his brother go back to his parents or go back to wherever he want to go, on back to New York. But I'm going on my way. I felt that way a lot of times. And I done told him that before. Then I done told him, and we done been through some hard times in our marriage where I felt like, oh, I finished with whatever you eating. Because we were going through some things a long time ago, and I was so mad, I was so upset. I said, oh, I'm gonna go in my bed, and when I go to sleep, I went to sleep first, and I say, when I get up in the middle of the night, I'm gonna put this pillow on his face, and I'm gonna hold his brother down. I'm gonna sit on it, and I was gonna take him, but that's just how I felt at the moment. We get to that point where we feel like it's overwhelming and I can't take it. So instead of me, you better thank God I ain't suffocate you. You thank him. You thank him. Go on, put your hand up. You better thank God, because I could have.
Anyway, we all human. We all have thoughts of negativity, shall I say?
That was negative.
But that's what the fight is about. That's what the going through is about. We can't deny our human side or our feelings, but we can overcome those things. We can push past those things, and that's what the marriage is not about one person.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? Because even when you get to the ministry part, even if you're not in ministry together, it's about your relationship with God when you get to the ministry part. See, the love part is about you loving yourself enough. Sometimes we don't love ourselves enough to really make it to our destiny. We don't love ourselves enough to come out of bad relationships. Mm-hmm. We don't love ourselves enough to move when it's time to move, or stop when it's time to stop, or shut up when it's time to shut up. Mm-hmm. That's where the love part comes in. The marriage part is what you see right here, the cooperation between the two that are put together. Yep. But the ministry is about your relationship with God. So this is the building blocks that God is giving us to understand that love, marriage, and ministry. And even if you don't have a spouse in the marriage part, if you're single, then that marriage is the beginning of your relationship with God. You understand what I'm saying? To get an understanding of your ministry. It's not about the other person, but it's about you. Yep. It's about you loving yourself enough, getting yourself in a relationship with God, and then going forth in your ministry. Love, marriage, and ministry applies to each and every one of us. And you have to understand why God calls this thing love, marriage, and ministry. And we're talking about the full gamut of it all. Love, marriage, and ministry. We're going to be talking about some major topics. We want you guys to push topics that we can talk about. Hit us with the topics and be a part of the conversation. We don't want y'all to sit back and look at this. This is not a TV show. I cannot stress that enough. This is an interactive talk show. This is an interactive show. The lines, give us a call at 843-648-1239.
See Shima comment.
Read it. I mean, I'm running my gift.
She said that's why the divorce rate is high in the church world, because they don't want counseling.
Amen. So true. So true, because we want everything but the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want the thing that's going to hold us together. Because sometimes people get into church, but because they don't have the renewing of their mind, they're in church, but their mindset is still like the club.
Mm-hmm.
So when they get in church, they looking across the pew to see who they can see. You know what I'm saying? It's a social club to them. So when they go into the church function, they eyeballing Sister Cantaloupe husband, or the deacon eyeballing Brother Johnson wife. You know what I'm saying? We undressing the pastor and the first lady with eyes. You know what I'm saying? We got so much going on in our mind. I didn't do that when you was talking now.
Go ahead. I'm undressing you with my
Don't
eyes.
undress me.
Okay.
We talking right. So we got to understand, if we don't get a change of our mind, then we're missing the love, marriage, and especially the ministry part. But we got to put the work in on every level. We can't say, well, if I was a preacher, I'd be putting the work in. No. You got to put the work in from the beginning.
Right.
You got to put the work in to love yourself. You got to put the work in to stop getting into all these horrible relationships. Stop dealing with these people that don't mean you no good. Stop grabbing onto these anchors that can only weigh you down. An anchor has no other job. An anchor has no other job except to weigh you down.
Weigh you down.
That's what an anchor's job is. So if you got an anchor in your life and they're weighing you down, then that's what's going to happen. Right now, we're going to the phone lines. We got a call coming in, and we're going to see who's on the line. Good evening, caller. Can you hear us? Good evening, caller. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right. Give them your name and go ahead with your comment. Oh, Lord. They done hung up. They look like they got some issue going on with the phone. All right. Call back. The number is 843-648-1239. If you want to call in, give your comment, or if you just want to say hi, you are more than welcome to do so. That gospel train will bring you right on in. That's my ringtone.
That's what that is. I thought you may playing that sound in the morning.
That's the way it rings. So you guys can give us a call. 843-648-1239 is the number to call. I'm not sure who that was because I didn't see a name. It sounded like Sister Taylor. But whoever you are, please call back. And when you call in, you can give your name, tell them where you're calling from, and go ahead with your comment. We definitely want you guys. If you want to anonymously call in, you can do that too. What you're ashamed of. Just come on in. But phone lines are open. And we just thank God for this opportunity, y'all, to really come on. Like I said, we're going to be getting into some topics. We're going to line up some topics to talk about. Today, we just wanted to start off with a kind of a free flow. We went into the conversation led by Ebony Singleton, right?
How about
Raven Days. Raven Days started the conversation with the question, and that's where we went from there. So, but as we go forward, you guys want to give some topics that you might want discussed and want to be a part of, you are more than welcome to do so. But we definitely encourage and ask you guys to share the video.
That man said, what y'all talk about today?
We want y'all to share the video. The True Foundation Outreach Ministries YouTube page. It's okay to subscribe to the page. You're not joining the ministry, all right? We don't want y'all to go over there and say, I ain't want to join the ministry. That's not what you're doing. It's a YouTube page. And we do have all of our videos and stuff. So go ahead and read them, baby. Why you keep them in you? Oh,
wait a minute now.
I'm about to say, wait a minute. You keep
boy, hush.
We doing this together.
But
anyway,
you can't see them because I heard
especially when to keep it
somebody
going,
say before you need counseling before you get married, during you get married, and after you get married. So that's the absolute truth. We counseling is good. And Javante, tell me something. What y'all talk about today? You better preach this thing. Listen, we talked about men and how to get men to get in touch with their emotions.
Yeah, get in touch with your emotions.
Get in touch with it. I just wanted to say that part. Get in touch with it.
Touch them.
But that was our, what we started talking about from the beginning. Men, being able to get in touch with your emotions. And like we say all the time, there's nothing wrong with getting in touch with your emotions. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Men can, be. It's okay to be gentle and different things. It's okay to open the doors and and rub your wife up and different things like and love me up and stuff.
It's okay. It's okay.
Man, you better go ahead and talk. My throat hurt.
Hey, we want you guys. I just want to reiterate what I've been reiterating and let y'all know I'm posting up on the YouTube page as well. So, and they only allow you so many characters, so I have to break the thing up. It's some pros and cons in both YouTube and
You do a major
and
visit?
Facebook. So
go ahead and level up.
So we definitely want you guys to come to our YouTube live stream as well, and want you guys to subscribe. So I'm asking you guys that are with us on Facebook, if you do YouTube as well, I want you to go over to the Truth Foundation Outreach Ministries page and subscribe. All of our videos are done simultaneously on there as well. Not our Sunday morning videos, because we don't have a way to link into YouTube, but anything we do from the studio here, we'll be doing from YouTube and Facebook. So we just appreciate you guys. And again, the phone line is open. We had a caller, but we lost the caller. Whoever you are, please, you can call back 843-648-1239. If you want to give a comment, if you just want to say hello, you can do so. As you're out there, make sure you share the video. Let people know about the Newton third Saturday. It'll be live. Second and fourth Saturdays, you can catch us on Exquisite Internet Radio. Have the links right there for you to check out Exquisite Internet Radio. 6 o'clock next Saturday. That's the link you guys need to check. Put it into your search engine, your search bar, and you'll be able to catch this show, the replay of this show. So Javante, next Saturday, you can go back to what we was talking about on Exquisite Internet Radio.
And call in. I ain't hear your voice in a minute.
And look at Pastor Georgina Ellis Badger coming on in. Good morning. Good evening. We appreciate you coming through. I'm used to saying good morning, so just chill out. It's not that serious. Anyway, we just appreciate you guys coming through and joining us. Belinda Alford, we see you.
Apostle.
It's Apostle Belinda Alford. Okay, well, that's what's up. We see you with your titles and all. We appreciate you coming through. Everybody at Charmaine Jenkins Fulton, good evening to you too. We just thank God for those of you who are joining us and coming through and spending a little time. Shandiqua Marie D.D. Jenkins.
Trail sister.
Okay. Sister two pork chop sister. All right, that's what's up.
Anyway, we just think we're so grateful.
I don't be knowing everybody, not by the government names anyway.
Well, you had know her by.
I don't remember.
Exactly.
I know when I see it, though. I bet you that.
But we're glad to be able to be on here and talk candid about love, marriage, and ministry. Like we always say, we open to discuss whatever. We willing to answer whatever questions.
Book. I ain't an open book.
I'm an open book. You ask what you want, but just
I got
be
a private
prepared.
side.
Be prepared for my answers, because God bless you too,
like the chapter you
Lady Badger.
Be prepared for my
but
answers.
you just got to be prepared for people's answers, especially when you asking them questions and different things. If you asking, you must want to know. So we're grateful. We're grateful for the opportunity to be able to be on here and discuss and talk and chat and all that kind of stuff like that. And like we said from the beginning, we're not perfect. We don't have a perfect marriage.
Nope.
We don't have a perfect relationship.
Nope.
We face a lot of obstacles and tests and trials that made us want to quit or go find somebody else and all that different things like that.
Been through it.
But guess what? We stood the test of time,
Still
and
here.
we're here to be able to help somebody else and to be able to witness to somebody else, to minister to somebody else. We're not concerned about what they might be doing on the left side of town or the right side of town, but we know what we're doing right here, and we're doing whatever God has assigned us to do, and this is what He's given us to do right now, and we okay with it. We okay with it. We're not looking for thousands and thousands of viewers and different things.
Man's approval.
We okay with whoever comes on, because whoever comes on is
That's who
need to be on there at that hour. And so we're glad for everybody that came in and talked with us. And we still have like 15 minutes or so you still have time to call in, you still have time to ask your questions, you still have time to chit chat with us for about another 20 minutes or so.
Chat it up.
And we're fine with it. Like we already know, it's okay, for a man to cry. It's okay for them to show their emotions, and stop raising your little boys to telling them, yeah, don't be crying, boy, you a boy, you ain't supposed to be crying. How you mean? It's okay, if they cry. And then, like Derek said earlier, there are a lot of boys that are being raised in a household with just women, and then they tend to pick up female tendencies, and that's how come they have a question with their sexuality. And I know what I meant to say earlier. And when they have a question with their sexuality,
That's something wrong in there. Sorry. This is extra shiny. I just see that.
When they have that kind of going on, it's because it's what they've seen all their lives. So when you have children going out there and do what you're supposed to do, moms go out there and make sure you showing your girls how to be girls. Men go out there and show them boys how to be men. We gotta understand that I got you, okay? This ain't church. We gotta understand that people have their situations and their problems and different things like that, but we cannot be afraid to talk about it, or cannot be afraid to talk about sexuality and gender and all of that kind of different things like that. Because in all actuality, a lot of people might not like this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. People that are in the LGBTQ community, I don't know the letters, but whoever's in that community, sometimes we feel like we can't. At those of us that are not in that community, we get a little timid and afraid to say, what we really want to say. We already thinking it, or we just too afraid to express how we feel about it. But I don't want to feel like I have to put a cap on some of the things that I have to say, because that's not the end all to be all, or they're not the end all to be all. We have a right to feel how we want to feel, and you all have a right to feel how you want to feel. We have a right to express our opinions, and you have a right to express your opinions. Right. And it's all good. You feel how you want to feel. We feel how we want to feel. We say what we want to say. Y'all say what y'all want to say. But we don't want to be the type of people that's like, oh well, we better not say nothing about the LGBTQ community because they'll come after you. I'm not afraid to say what I need to say. I'm not afraid to express my opinions and feelings and different things like that. But at the end of the day, our
beliefs.
When it ain't
all about opinion, but it is our beliefs.
Yeah.
But we don't take that to bash anybody.
No, we're not going to. Because I have too many friends that are in the community.
Judge anybody, your decisions are your decisions. Yeah. How you live your life is on you. It don't pay my bills, and it don't take nothing from me. Yeah. So it's fine if that however you choose to. I'm no more mad at somebody in the LBG community than I'm mad at a smoker, or I'm mad at a thief, or I'm mad at a liar. I'm not. No, it's all the same to me. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stay around you. That's just like I don't want to suck up no secondhand smoke. I don't want to be in no kind of orgy going on either. You know what I'm saying? I'm going about my business because it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
How your sexual orientation or your sexual preference, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But at the same time, if I'm giving something to say by God, believe me, I'm not gonna be scared to say it. And I'm not gonna try to tailor it to fit someone idea, views, or points either. I'm gonna say what God gives me to say, and I'm done. At the end of the day, I'm going home to my house and I'm gonna sleep well.
Right.
But what I wanted to say on when you were talking about doing what you gotta do for the kids and doing what you're supposed to do, I always like to say, anytime you mention something like that, I always like to say that we got to make sure that we are doing just that. And it does not matter whether you and the person that created that child are together or not. Your relationship has no bearing on what you are supposed to do for your child. Right. If that relationship don't work out, so what? That does not release you or free you from your parenting duties. Right. That doesn't free you because you're not the custodial parent. You're not free from parental duties. you still have to be a parent. You still have to be a father. You still have to be a mother. No matter who has the guardianship over the child, both parents are still responsible for their parenting part in that child's life. So we have to go and work a little harder to be a parent if we're not in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you're gonna have to make some extra trips. You're gonna have to arrange your schedule a certain way to make sure that you're there. I had to do it, so I'm not saying it from a high lofty place where y'all better get it together. I've been there. I did that. I don't have no sympathy for no parent, male or female, that is not taking care of their responsibility. I don't have no sympathy for anybody that's not paying their child support. I don't care what you say about, man, they doing this, that, and money. I don't know what happened with the thousands of dollars I paid, and I don't care. That was not my issue. I wasn't no more concerned about where that money was going than I was when I put money in a collection plate, because I'm not giving it to the person, I'm giving it to God. Yep. I gave my money for my son. If you were crazy enough to misuse that, you and God got to deal with that. Just like when I put my money in a collection plate at a church, wherever I'm at, if you crazy enough to steal that after I give it to God, and you picking God's pockets, you ain't picking mine. Because I'm gonna get my blessing because I gave. You not picking my pockets. You picking God's pockets. Yep. If you that bold, then go ahead. So whatever consequences and repercussions that take place, that's between you and God. Ain't got nothing to do with me no more. And see, we got to understand that. And once we get a grip on that, once we get an understanding of that, we'll feel a lot better about what's really going on. And we won't be so focused on the silly things that we can't control anyway. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That child did not ask to be here. So it is your responsibility to be a father to that child. I made sure in my children's lives that they didn't have to ever feel a need to call anybody else daddy. Why? Because I was where I was supposed to be, doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was a part of their lives. So nobody has ever, I don't have to share that title with nobody. Nope. Because I've done what I was supposed to do. Now we got 6 kids. 3 of them are adults and 3 of them are teenagers on the cusp of adulthood. And we launching them out. They're on the cusp. I got one on the plank now. She about to walk the plank and get off the ship in just a second. And it's another one close right behind her. So we launching them, popping them up out of here. Don't touch nothing. Don't touch nothing. We doing good. It's off. That ain't bothering nothing. Don't worry about it. I know a little thing coming because of the phone. But anyway, we are launching them up out of here. So we're not worried about it in any way, shape, or form. We are doing what we're supposed to do. We're not worried about the other parents that are involved and what they got going on. And it's no bearing on us. It has no bearing on us. We are the parents, and we took up the responsibility of parenthood, and we live up to that responsibility. And I'm saying to you that though you might not be with the person that created the child, y'all might not be together, but the fact of the matter is you are still a parent. Right. That does not negate your responsibilities to the individual or the individuals that you have parented, that you have brought into this world. So let's not try to get around that. Let's not try to act like, oh well, she don't let me see him. I don't hear all that. I won't hear all that. Because you go do what you want to do, you get to where you need to be. Or he be doing this and he be doing that. Y'all, because y'all ain't got over each other. That's why all that's in the problem. That's all that's in the way. But if you can get past yourself and that person and realize that that's your child, you have a responsibility to that child, and the law will back you up if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. Just like that person can file for you can file for child support just as easily as you can file for visitation rights. So it's nothing stopping you from seeing that child except you and your desire to want to see and spend time with that child. And somebody might be mad about, I want to see my child. Well, show me your visitation rights. Show me the form that you went down to the courthouse and filled out for visitation. And then I'll believe what you're saying. Other than that, you just running your mouth. Yep. You just running your mouth. I want to see him, but she won't let me. No, you're lying. You're lying. Show me the form that you went and filled out. That's going to prove to me that you really wanted to see your children because you're going to have a court order that says you have a right to, because that's your legal right. When I was going to see my son, I wasn't going to ask if I can see him. I had a court order. I came and I kept the paper in my glove compartment of my car. And every time I went, I had it in my hand because this is my legal right. And if my rights were violated, just like if I violated her rights, I go to jail. She violated my rights once or twice. I bet she had the orange jumpsuit on because I got every right. See, we like to skirt around the law and act like, oh, it's against me. Well, when you ever try to use it for the good, when you ever try to use it to help yourself, you understand what I'm saying? Those are papers. They don't. When you go to fill out court papers, they don't have, these are the female court papers and these are the male court papers. They're all on the same stack.
Mm-hmm.
You can go down to the courthouse and usually they have them. Well, in Beaufort, they had them on the wall. You just pick the forms out that you need to fill out, fill them out, pay your little fee, and file your papers. So we need to stop with the excuses, man. People need to grow up and stop with the excuses, because at the end of the day, it's our children that are suffering.
Yep.
It's our children that are getting gunned down. It's our children that are going to jail. It's our children that are getting their future snatched from them. And we're steady making up excuses, but we all up in the club. We getting tipsy in the club. We getting lit. We doing all this foolishness. We posting all these dumb videos, but our children are pretty much dying in the streets.
Yep.
Come on, man. It's time out for all the foolishness. It's time out for all the excuses. It's time for us to get to business about being the families in the village that we're supposed to be. And that's what it's all about. So we gotta rise up and do better. And these are the type of conversations we want to have on this show. These are the type of conversations we invite you guys to come and be a part of. Again, you guys are more than welcome to submit topics of conversation. You can call in. Again, the number is 843-648-1239. The number is posted. We want you to check out our YouTube page as well. And please, please, please subscribe to the YouTube page. We need you guys to go over and start subscribing to the YouTube page. We got Exquisite Internet Radio. That's our the internet radio that we are aired on as well. You can check out the replay of this show next Saturday at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Exquisite Internet Radio. You click that link during these same hours next week, and you can hear the whole replay of this show. Will be there for you guys. This will be turned into a podcast. We're recording for podcasts as well.
Yep.
So you'll be able to download the free podcast as well. All that is going to be available to you. We believe in using every tool that God has given us to do the work that is charged to our hand. So we just thank God for the opportunity to do the work. We thank God for each and every one of you for being a part of the work. We thank God for what God is doing for us, to us, and through us. And of course, we thank God for our Facebook family. We thank God for our YouTube family. We thank God for our Exquisite Internet Radio family as well, and you podcasters out there. So,
can I make an announcement?
Of course, go ahead. I'm about to pass it to you right anyway.
I was just going to say, we'll be back on the third Saturday, doing another broadcast as well. Sir? Doing another broadcast as well. But I did want to make this quick announcement and invite you to come out on the 30th or the 29th, which is the 5th Sunday in this month, to our friends and family fellowship outside. We do that outside. We call it our community service. We start that at 12 o'clock. That'll be on the 5th Sunday. We'll have our 12 o'clock noon service. And right after that, we have food
Free
on the grill
cookout
and different things like that. So we're inviting you to come out. But that Monday, right after that, the 5th Sunday begins our ending of our 8th year in church anniversary. So we'll be starting on that Monday night, going on through to that Friday, with our closeout on the first Sunday in April. And we're asking you to come on out and fellowship with us and have a good time, whichever night you choose. And if you want to do anything on our program, just inbox me and let me know. Like if you want to come and sing a song or praise dance, if Alkeisha want to put on her true worshiper's outfit and come and dance, what the name of the song they've been dancing up, Peace. If you want to come do Peace, Keisha, come on. Go. But we're starting our church anniversary beginning on that
She
Monday
danced with,
night.
she got hers too. She got her outfit. It still fit. She good.
I sure do. But we're inviting you to come on out and have a good time with us.
Hey, if you guys are not doing anything this Sunday, if you're in the Charleston area and you don't have a church home, or you just want a fellowship, maybe you don't have church this particular Sunday, or maybe you just want to do something different, you are all more than welcome to come out and join us on tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. We start Sunday school. 9 a.m. we start service over at the Fort Dorchester High School. We're in the media center of Fort Dorchester High School, and you are more than welcome to come out and fellowship with us. We would love to see you guys. We would love to have you come out and fellowship with us and sing songs and just lift up the name of Jesus with us and worship on tomorrow. We start at 9. We're usually done by about 11:30. So if you're rolling out to bed 11:30, 12 o'clock, you might want to look for a different church to attend, because we'll be finished by then. So we get up pretty early, but we start early, we end early. That's the service times that God gave us for now. It might change when we get into a different building, but right now we're using Fort Dorchester High School. We're in the media center, side door right off the parking lot. Our banner hangs right off the side door, big old red door. You can't miss it with our banner hanging down the door. And we would love to see you guys in the morning if you're not doing anything. Again, we just thank God for each and every one of you who have come through. Those some have came through, some might not have been able to stay the entire 2 hours, but we thank God for you guys. Those of you who are listening to this by way of podcast, we appreciate you downloading your podcast.
Yes.
Those of you that are listening by way of Exquisite Internet Radio, we thank God for you guys as well. We thank God for each and every one of you. Don't forget, you can join us in the morning. We'll be back on Facebook Live in the morning, Lord willing, with the Lions Den broadcast. For the Lions Den broadcast in the AM, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then we go right into our church service. And, we'll be back on Facebook when it's word time. That's how we do. And that'll be on tomorrow. We want you guys to remind you guys, too, that time goes up tonight. We're going to lose an hour of sleep tonight. So don't forget, most of your phones still work, but some of you still have the old clocks in the house that you got to take down off the wall and turn that knob. Make sure you set them times right before you lay down tonight. Time does change this in the morning, but basically it's tonight.
And at 12.
Right. So time does go forward. Remember, we're forward. You spring forward. In the fall, you fall back. So we're springing forward 1 hour tonight. All your handheld devices and smartphones, they'll do that for themselves. But we just want to remind you guys, don't be late to church tomorrow, wherever you're going, because you got to change your time. Some people like to use that as an excuse. Oh, church time had changed. You knew time was changing. They talk about it on the news, and everybody talking about time change. And then your phone automatically going to do it anyway. So ain't no excuse. Get to where you need to be on time. You get to work on time. Try to get to church on time. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming through. We say God bless each and every one of you. We thank God for you. Again, next Saturday, you can catch the replay at 6 o'clock on Exquisite Internet Radio. And you can email us and inbox us for topics for love, marriage, and ministry. We're going to get into it each and every time. The conversation will be a little more directed when we get into topics. This is more of a free flow conversation, a little more directed. I'm not going to do the hand thing. I know what you want to see. Anyway, we thank God for you. You don't have to do that part. See, I was going to let you do it, but now you're doing too much. All you have to do is press the button that's blinking. So we're going to get ready to get out of here. We thank God for each and every one of you. This has been a this has been sponsored by True Foundation Outreach Ministries. This is a ministry of True Foundation Outreach Ministries. And we thank God for each and every one of you who have come through. And this is going to be something we're going to be doing on Saturdays. The first and third Saturdays, we'll do it live. Second and fourth Saturdays, you can catch the replay. God bless each and every one of you. God bless you. No matter how you join, make sure you check us out on YouTube and subscribe to our page. God bless you. Have yourself a blessed night. And we are out. You let it play for a minute. Bob.
Ups and downs. together seem like forever,
Yep.
and I wanna spend another lifetime. Cause it don't get much better, don't care about the weather. Oh, as long as I'm with you, I'm safe and warm. I'm happy that I'll spend the rest of my life with you. It ain't been easy, but we make it through all the ups and downs. It ain't been perfect, but we're going right now. And I love you more after all the ups and downs. Life ain't perfect, but we're going right now. And I love you more after everyone. So come on, dance with me, baby. Just wrap your arms around me, baby. Hold on tight like the first time I met you. Oh, since that day, came right beside you. You showed me, baby, you were right. So, honey, I'm right to the sunset with you. Oh, and I'll spend the rest of my life with you. It ain't been easy, but we'll make it through all the ups and downs. It ain't been perfect, but we're both. And I love you more after all the ups and downs. Life ain't perfect, but we're both. And I love you more after everyone. We got a love that can conquer anything.
Yeah.
You are the melody that makes my heart sing. I mean every word, that's why you rock my last name. I swear that I love you. It ain't been easy, but we make it through all the ups. It ain't been perfect, but we're both here right now. And I love you more after all the ups. All the ups. Life ain't perfect, but we're both. Yes, I love. And I love you more after everyone. Hey, and I love you more after everyone. I'm really worth it while you're up my last name. I swear that I love you. Yeah.
Peace.